What is up, guys and dolls? My name's LeakyTapsMan, aka Mr. Empties His Sack but isn't Santa Claus. Got my 8th This Week in Gaming, the Christmas edition. Woo! Bringing it out a day early because obviously bringing it out on a Sunday on Christmas Day can't be done. It's sacrilegious. So, Christmas Eve, nice little bonus to get you in the spirit. I call this a Christmas special, but there is nothing Christmassy about it, so I've kind of duped you on that one. But I've drawn a nice little Santa hat for my Taps guy, so hopefully you'll appreciate that. Okay, let's get started. The PlayStation Vita is launched in Japan last week. I didn't actually mention it last week, I really should have, but I just failed to. I didn't think people would care, but anyway, it's launched. It sold 300,000 units in the first couple of days, which was actually less than the Nintendo 3DS did, and it was less than what the Nintendo 3DS got in that same week that it actually launched. So side by side, not as good as the 3DS on both of those counts, which I guess is understandable given the price, but I'd have expected it to have done a bit better, to be honest, with the holiday season. It's also having a few issues with touchscreen and freezing. The system has been bricking on some cases. Sony have responded and they're trying to fix it all, but I guess that's to be expected when any console comes out. It doesn't say how widespread the issue is, but I'm assuming it's not too bad. New Modern Warfare 3 download content has been announced. Very little in terms of details, but there's a map called Park, and it gave a screenshot. Infinity Ward have released one, which didn't give a great deal of information on the map, obviously, but it gives you a little bit of insight. It's coming out on January the 24th for the Xbox. Of course, the Xbox has exclusive rights for the Modern Warfare for Call of Duty DLC, so it gets it first always. There's no news on the PS3 or PC release date, but I imagine it'll be a month later or something. It won't be too long. Apparently it also adds Spec Op missions and, quote, things that players have never seen before, unquote. So not sure what that'll be. I'm assuming it won't be that great. It's just PR spin, but prove me wrong. Staying in line with the whole DLC thing, some new Gears of War 3 DLC has been announced, called Phoenix Rising, adds 5 new maps, new character skins, and a prestige leveling system basically. So when you reach level 100 you can go back to the start and prestige and unlocks your new weapon skins, and I don't think anything else. So whether you want to waste hundreds of hours to get a new skin, then go for it. But yep, 5 new map for 800 points I assume, I'm pretty sure it is, so not a bad deal for any Gears fans out there. Okay, on Boxing Day, Nintendo are doing a webcast to announce something new with the 3DS and the Wii. Mainly more the 3DS that I'm interested in, but last time they did one of these webcast announcements, they announced Mario Kart 7 and details of the Nintendo video service that they did where you can record video on your 3DS. So I've got pretty high hopes for their announcement. Hopefully they'll announce something cool. Nintendo often have a way with words that make things sound better than they are, so apprehensive but excited on that one. Okay, the rest of the news is relatively minor, but I'll still tell you all anyway. Apparently Dragon Age 3 is going to take cues from Skyrim. They've been heavily interested in the game. They're going to introduce a more open world style, as they call it. All I can say is BioWare just go back to what Dragon Age Origins was, rather than trying to imitate other games like you did with Dragon Age 2. Just stick to what made the series so popular, instead of trying to mimic everyone else. Although, if you're going to mimic anyone, I guess Skyrim is the way to go, so go for it if you so please. In fact, another DLC exclusive, Final Fantasy 13-2, that's the sequel to 13 for those of you that think it should be 14. I know it's confusing as hell. But anyway, there's exclusive DLC for the 360 version, and get this, it's, wait for it, a bow, like a bow and arrow, for 80 Microsoft points, so that's about 50p in Great British pounds sterling. Cracking deal. PS3 players, gutted. I guess you're going to have to buy a 360 if you want to play with a bow. That's right. Why Square Enix have done this is beyond me, but if you're going to announce exclusive DLC, just make it a bit more substantial than that. End rant. The new wave of 360 apps is now out for the video section, so 4OD, Demand 5 in the UK, Daily Motion and UFC are out. I believe UFC is not out in the United Kingdom, but if you check your Xbox, there'll be obviously, and new video services depending on your region, but there's a decent amount, so it's well worth checking out. I gave a quick try of 4OD and I was quite impressed with it. The quality was good and it was probably better than the PS3 version, so well done to Microsoft and co. And lastly, some good news for the developers of Dead Island. I should have checked the developers, can't remember. Anyway, it shipped 3 million units, which is very good for a new IP, and they said that a very large quantity of those are actual sales rather than just shipping figures, so good job, well done. From what I've heard, it's a very good game, albeit a few glitches, but it doesn't get in the way of having a lot of fun. Okay, that's more or less it for this week in gaming. As for Christmas, what are you all getting? Give me a comment, drop me a line, because I'd like to hear it. I'm getting a pogo stick, a wooden horse, a yo-yo, and some dog poo on a stick. In fact, I'm getting a list of games that I'll try and remember. I'm getting Uncharted 3, Saints Row 3, Zelda Skyward Sword, Yakuza 4, Infamous 2, Crisis 2, Dead Island, and there's one more. Red Faction, that's it, Armageddon. So, pretty hefty list, so I'll have some videos of those after Christmas, so I look forward to playing some of those. So thanks very much for listening. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. Alright, thanks for listening. Peace out.
Kids done what needed to be done.